Hello, welcome back to the Michael Talks Football channel. We're going to continue our coverage of the Europa League this season. I have done every match day predictions and I have reviewed the match days, and we are now in the fifth match day. Some crunch games coming up, especially in Group C, where all four teams are separated by 3 points, and we're going to go through each group and predict every matchup. So let's start off with Group A, where Lyon are already through on to the round of 16 as group winners. They're already 8 points ahead of Sparta Praha, Rangers, and Brøndby. So all those three teams are battling out for second place in the group. So let's look at the matchups for match day 5 in the group that is nicely poised for second place. Lyon have been very impressive. Of course, it can be the top goal scorer at the moment in the Europa League. First, we have Brøndby versus Lyon. You can imagine Lyon are going to try and rest some players for this matchup as they are already through and going to try and focus on Liga and getting better positioning in Liga standing. So Brøndby have everything to play for in this game. Do they have the quality to beat Lyon? Tough to say. They didn't win their matchup over the weekend in the Danish league. Oh, it's tough to say because you don't know what squad is going to come for Lyon. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw in this game. I think, Brøndby don't score a lot of goals, but I think they can keep down Lyon. So I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. Then we have Rangers versus Sparta Praha. Obviously, the first time these two teams met, there was a little bit of the racial incident. Hopefully, it does not occur in this matchup again. It's Giovanni von Bronckhorst. He is the new manager of Rangers. Fantastic hiring, if you ask me. Did fantastic things at Feyenoord. Led them to a Eredivisie title. He's going to do great things, I think, at Rangers as well. Plays a very attacking football. Rangers, they want to get revenge on Sparta Praha. They lost over the weekend to Hibernian in the Scottish Cup or a Scottish League Cup. I'm not too sure. So, Rangers are going to come with full fire. Sparta Praha, last two games, they've gave a good battle to Lyon at home, but then terrible away from home 3-0. I'm going to go with the Rangers win here. I think they're going to get revenge. I'm going to go with the 3-1 win for Rangers in this matchup. So Rangers then have a good positioning of finishing second. Move on to Group B, Monaco on 8 points, Real Sociedad 3 draws on 6 points, PSV on 5 points, and Sturm Graz at the bottom. Sturm Graz are just kind of the whipping boys in this group, unfortunately. First, we have PSV versus Sturm Graz. We know PSV have a lot of injuries at the moment. It shouldn't really matter. They are a better squad than Sturm Graz, who, gave a tough matchup to Real Sociedad in the last match day. It was a 1-1 draw, which is one of the more shocking results in match day 4, but I feel like PSV will win this game 2-0. Monaco versus Real Sociedad. We know Monaco love to draw. They've been drawing a lot in the league, and they continue drawing here in the Europa League as well. Real Sociedad are kind of the same thing. They've done very well in La Liga this season. Oh, I think this is going to be another draw. I think it's going to be 1-1 draw, and it's just going to be wide open to see who finishes first and second in the final match day of the Europa League. Then we move on to Group C, which is the most interesting group by far. Napoli, after beating Legia Warsaw back-to-back games, have 7 points. Legia Warsaw on 6 points, Leicester on 5 points, and Spartak Moscow on 4 points. So these matchups in matchday 5 are absolutely crucial. First off, we have Spartak Moscow versus Napoli. Obviously, the first time these two teams met, Spartak Moscow won, but of course, Napoli got an early red card in the matchup. I feel Napoli will get their revenge. They're kind of hurt by the loss that they had over the weekend against Inter, where they could have drawn it at the end, but Dries Mertens skied his effort all of the place. I think Napoli will get revenge here. They had an impressive win over Legia Warsaw back in matchday 4, where they were 1-0 down and eventually won the game 4-1. So I think it's going to be a 3-1 win for Napoli in this game. Leicester versus Legia. Now, if Leicester, I think they're going to play Potsdok and Iheanacho together, which is perfect. I think that's how they should be playing. They should be playing a 3-5-2, not this 3-4-3 formation. The two-striker formation for Leicester has worked well in the last couple of seasons. I don't know why Brendan Rodgers keeps tinkering back and forth with the formations. I think he's kind of lost for ideas at the moment, how to gain attack and how to score goals and how to keep a clean sheet. I mean, Leicester cannot keep a clean sheet at the moment. For Legia Warsaw, I was looking. They are in the relegation zone in the Polish league. It's unbelievable. I couldn't believe when I saw that Legia were actually in the relegation zone. I don't know if the Europa League is kind of taking a toll on them. Back in the match day 2, Legia won the game against Leicester 1-0. I think Leicester will get revenge here. It's going to be a 3-1 win for Leicester City. I don't know what it is with Legia, and they're in the relegation zone at the moment in the Polish league. Group D, Frankfurt almost through as top of the group. They just got to win one more game, and they're through on top. Olympiacos on 6 points. Fenerbahce on 5 points, and Antwerp at the bottom with 1 point. Antwerp are just kind of struggling this time around in the Europa League after making it to the round of 32 last season. First game we have Olympiacos versus Fenerbahce. Massive game to see who finishes second. We know Olympiacos thrashed Fenerbahce back match day 2, 3-0 away. phenomenal win, if you ask me, for Olympiacos. Fenerbahce have been improving recently. Olympiacos usually are a very good home side. I think it's going to be a 2-1 win for Olympiacos. Fenerbahce, they did do the double over Antwerp, which is expected. Actually, I think they drew with Antwerp at home 2-2. So I think Fenerbahce are going to struggle in this. Not struggle, but they're going to lose this game. I think it's going to Olympiacos 2-1. Then we have Frankfurt versus Antwerp. This should be an easy win for Eintracht. They've been struggling in the Bundesliga, but are doing very well in the Europa League. 3-1 win for Eintracht Frankfurt in this matchup. We move on to Group E, where it's still to play for in the top three. Galatasaray on 8 points have scored 3 and have only conceded 1. Lazio are in second place with 5 points. Marseille with 4 draws. They've drawn every game on 4 points, and Lokomotiv Moscow at the bottom, as we know. So first matchup we have, it is Galatasaray Lokomotiv Moscow versus Lazio. Lazio did beat them 2-0. Lokomotiv Moscow are a very tough home side. We don't know what type of conditions there will be in Moscow. Probably cold as hell. I think it's going to be a Lazio win, though. Sarri Ball, they got to get revenge after what happened on the weekend, losing to Juventus 2-0, where, they didn't play the greatest, and Juventus had 2 penalties in the matchup. I think Lazio will come away 1-0 victors. I think they're going to get a scrappy 1-0 win. We have Galatasaray versus Marseille. We know the whole crowd trouble for Marseille in recent matches in Liga. It's kind of sad to see, but let's see if they can if they can win a game. If they draw this game, I think they're going to be out, because then they'll still be 4 points behind Galatasaray. This is a must-win for Olympique Marseille. It's an absolute must-win. Lazio can go 4 points ahead as well, and they'll make Marseille drop to the Conference League at this point. It's a must-win. Galatasaray, though, very tough side. They have some good players at their hands. I think it's going to be a 0-0 draw. I think Galatasaray will just scrape away, give a dogfight. Marseille, they play a very high-pressing style. Galatasaray will just kind of sit back, I believe. So 0-0 draw in this matchup. I know, boring, but Marseille have been disappointing at times in the Europa League. Group F, Braga are on 9 points. Crvena Zvezda, Red Star Belgrade on 7 points. Midtjylland with 5 points, and Ludogorets at the bottom with 1 point. So Midtjylland, they got a big win over Crvena Zvezda back in the Matchday 4, beating them 1-0. And now they're going to host Braga. If Midtjylland can beat Braga, that'll be a big, big win for Midtjylland, as they are, improving, and they're in the top of the Danish league at the moment. Tough. Braga, they have not been the greatest in the Portuguese league either. The last time these two teams met, it was a 3-1 win for Braga. I don't know. Let's see what Braga's results have been away from home. They've won and lost to Crvena Zvezda away. I think I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw in this matchup. Then we have Red Star Belgrade, Crvena Zvezda. I don't know which one to call them. I'll call them both. Against Ludogorets, it's an easy win for Red Star. Ludogorets are not the greatest away from home. 2-0 win for Red Star Belgrade. We move on to Group G, where Bayer Leverkusen are taking control on 10 points, Betis on 7 points, and Celtic on 6 points. Ferencváros, I thought they were going to do better this season after making it to the Champions League group stage last year, but they're on 0 points at the moment and looking like they're not going to win a single game, unfortunately for them, even though they have fantastic crowds. Real Betis versus Ferencváros, I think this is going to be an easy win for Real Betis, 3-0 for them. Bayer Leverkusen versus Celtic, I have doubted Celtic a lot this season. They have proven me wrong. I thought Ferencváros was going to beat Celtic at home. That didn't happen. We know Bayer Leverkusen defeated Celtic 4-0 away. I think it's going to be another Bayer Leverkusen win, and they will secure the top spot in this group, even though Celtic have got to win this game to keep up with Real Betis, because, they're going to meet up on the final match. I think it's going to be a 2-1 win for Bayer Leverkusen in this matchup. And we move on to the final group. West Ham United can secure the group if they win their matchup on 10 points, Dynamo Zagreb on 6 points, Genk on 4 points, and Rapid Wien on 3 points. So I think West Ham are going to secure this group in the next match day. They're playing Rapid Wien. We know the last time these two teams met, it was a 2-0 win for West Ham. It was a little bit of a scrappy match, not the greatest football to watch. So Rapid Wien have been impressive at home. They beat Dynamo Zagreb especially. I never expected Rapid Wien to beat Dynamo Zagreb at home, but they did. They only lost 1-0 to Genk. I think it's going to be a similar thing here. I think it's going to be a 1-0 win for West Ham. Another Declan Rice goal in the Europa League. Then we have Dynamo Zagreb against Genk. This is a massive game to see who finishes second. Dynamo Zagreb, always a tough team at home. They lost to West Ham 2-0 at home, but they beat Genk away 3-0. So, players like Orsic are they're dangerous, man. They're dangerous. And I think Genk will have to try and win this game, as they are going to play I think Dynamo Zagreb, has to win this game because they're going to play West Ham away on the final match day. And I think Dynamo Zagreb will win this game. I'm going to say 2-0 for Dynamo Zagreb. So that is the predictions, guys, for match day 5 of the Europa League. You guys let me know your predictions in the comments section down below. Remember, I will be having a review of all the matches and reviewing the groups as we go into then the final match day. Already we're soon closing out on the Europa League, Champions League, and Conference League. It's kind of sad to see, but some of these teams will bounce out and we're going to get some interesting draws maybe in the round of 16. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get to 10 likes on the Europa League because, who doesn't love the Europa League and Conference League. Have a beautiful day, guys. Enjoy the European football this week. Adios.